Hi everyone, Mike Joy and Darrell Waltrip welcoming you to Watkins Glen International, where they've been having great racing since 1949.
Mike, this is a fast road course. You carry a lot of speed around here. Up that back straightaway, into the bus stop. Tony Stewart seems to be the guy that's got this place figured out the best.
It's a road course, Darrell, but it's a momentum racetrack.
It really is. The way you go down into first turn, you got to catch a gear all the way down to first gear there, and then up through those S's. Watch for some exciting racing. Again, going into that bus stop.
There's a little time to be gained, and there's a whole lot that can be lost, both entering and exiting each one of Watkins Glen's unique turns.
Hello everybody and welcome back to our NASCAR 15 season here, our 22nd race of the season here at Watkins Glen, our second and final road course race of the season as we are now green and underway here at Watkins Glen as we try to work our way up from a 21st place qualifying effort to make our way towards the front of the field. We already get a deep descent here into turn 1 and 2. We're going to get right up into the mix, find ourselves in 11th place after turn 1, a great corner right there with that aggressive dive bomb. And now we chase down the 21 Ryan Blaney and the 4 Kevin Harvick for some top 10 spots right in front of us as we try to put ourselves in contention to try to get our 10th win of the season if possible. Now we move by Harvick, who gets into us. Harvick's just going to lose control behind us. He's going to crash up back into the pack behind him. They're crashing. Our cars are in the air, and the caution is out here at Watkins Glen as we fly through the S's. Through the bus stop here. Big contact there into the barrier into Kyle Busch. What happened with Kevin Harvick? He spins and then comes back on the track right into Kyle Larson. Denny Hamlin goes flying in the air. Casey Mears up in the air as well on 4, 5, 6 cars DNF from this thing. A huge wreck to bring out our first caution of the race on lap 1. Now we're back underway on lap 3. It's going to be 7 to go here in the Glen. We restart in 7th place, trying to find a way to hopefully not cause any wrecks this time and take the lead. Now we send it into turn 1 and 2. Going underneath Tony Stewart, Brad Keselowski. Pretty clean. There's a little bit of contact with Tony there. Used him up sideways, but we correct it. Hang on to 3rd here. Heading into the S's now. It's just behind Clint Boyer and Kyle Busch. The guys are chasing down for the lead and the win right now. As you go through the S's, we get a big gain right there with pressure from Biffle behind. We're right up on the bumper of Kyle Busch. Clint Boyer. We try to go 30 wide. We get blocked by Kyle Busch. And so now we're going to give Kyle Busch the bumper here into the bus stop, give him a big shot, send him all through the S's faster than he wants to go. A little bit too wide for us. The S's. We're going to get a half-second time penalty. We clip Kyle Busch. He goes into the tire barrier, but we stay green as he loses positions. But we're going to have a half-second time penalty to our finishing time of this race because we accidentally cut the last corner of the bus stop right there. So as long as we win by more than half a second, if we do end up winning, we would be okay. So if we basically finish ahead of the car behind us at the end of this thing by more than half a second, we will retain that said finishing position. But we are going to take the lead here, the great run on the exit of turn 12 here at the Glen, as we lead the way here with 6 to go at Watkins Glen over Clint Boyer and Ryan Blaney. And now we move on to lap 6. 4 laps to go. We have to come in this time by here as we approach pit road because we don't have enough fuel to go another lap. So we're going to come into pit, get full tank of gas, 4 tires. So we're going to come in this time by to pit road. We're going to get her slowed down plenty. Right in here down to pit road speed. And we are into the pits now. We have 4 tires, full tank of gas, so we can go the distance here in the end and put ourselves in a great position to win this thing as we have been leading comfortably when we came in right here as we pitted pretty much first before everybody else. There are some other cars that are trailing in behind us. There's a good amount of cars that are coming. We pretty much dragged almost the whole pack in here. I think maybe about half the field came in with us here as we're in for the pit stop. Pit crew and get down to work here. And now we're off after our pit stop right there. There's a good stop. We come out onto the racetrack in 19th as pretty much 19th on down came in. So there's a good chunk of guys that stayed out on the racetrack. It's 18 of them, and we'll see how the strategy ends up playing out here in these closing moments of this race. As the leaders this time are coming to 2 laps to go, but I expect them to come down pit road because they cannot make it either with that only 1 caution so far. And indeed, Clint Boyer, your race leader, comes down pit road and takes a whole bunch of guys with him. As we are now flying through the bus stop as we try to gain time, we know how important it is on these strategy races to be going as fast and as aggressive as possible to get the time we need. So in case on the last lap the leader pits, we can try to beat them back to the line. As Joey Logano decides to stay out this time and inherit the race lead. So you can see on the mini map. So Logano is now your leader. He's staying out. He might come in before the white flag drops. So that would be very interesting strategy call by him. As now we're going to fly by all the guys that came down pit road. And it's a lot of them. So I think we'll comfortably be in the top 5 here once we pass all these guys on pit road. And we are going to fly by into the top 10 easily now. And as we go past to the exit pit road, we find ourselves now in 4th place. Only 3 guys stayed out. It's going to be Joey Logano, Martin Truex, and Casey Mears. The 3 drivers that are staying out and trying to make it the distance, coming to take the white flag this time by. We are 23 seconds behind 3rd place, Casey Mears. We have a ways to go if we want to stay in the mix right now. As I am really driving as hard as I can right now, trying to chase these guys down, get every position possible so we can try to get this win. It's been a while since we won a race here in NASCAR 15. So now we move our way through the bus stop where we got that course penalty earlier. That's our only course penalty the whole race, so we just got to make sure we're half a second ahead of the guy behind us. So right now we're 7 seconds ahead of Boyer, so we're just fine there. I know Logano comes down pit road, so it's Casey Mears, and Truex, the 78 Truex Jr. is going to take the white flag. He stays out on the racetrack. The question is, does he have enough gas to make the distance? Will Truex pull off the upset here at Watkins Glen? As now that'll probably move us up into 2nd place as we are flying now that we realize he stayed out through this final corner. We are making aggressive lines through the corner. I'm doing everything I possibly can here to gain time, as I need to try to beat Truex if he pits it out. We come up to 2nd place now, and it's just Martin Truex Jr. that stands between us and victory lane here at the Glen and sweeping the road courses this season. We have the speed, we've had the strategy, but Truex may have outdone us here as he's making his way through the bus stop and through the carousel now as we're still entering the S's here, 21 seconds behind him. We are gaining a lot of time though on him. I mean, we're gaining 2 tenths, 3 tenths. I mean, he's clearly saving gas right now. You can tell he's pretty much out of gas, I believe, by the amount of time we're getting on him here. As now we're going through the bus stop ourselves. And we are just putting it all on the line. And Truex now going to come through the final corner there on the mini-map. What is he going to do? Looks like the 78 is going to come down pit road. Truex decides to pit here down the front stretch as he's going slower than expected. So now we have to rush to the line. If we can try to beat him back to the line here, is always the question if is his pit stall after the start-finish line, before the start-finish line. He's still moving very slowly towards the start-finish line. We're coming around the final corner and to the line. It's going to be Martin Truex who's going to win because his pit stall is past the start-finish line. And we're going to come up just short and finish in 2nd place. Heartbreaking defeat here at Watkins Glen. Almost had Truex another lap. We had this race in the bag, but Martin Truex Jr. pit stall past the start finish line and crawls to the start finish line and wins. We, with a half second of time penalty, end up about 7 seconds behind Truex with the final margin of victory. Clint Boyer going to finish in 3rd place, Tony Stewart 4th, Ryan Blaney 5th, Kyle Busch 6th, Greg Biffle 7th, Brad Keselowski will be 8th, Matt Kenseth 9th, and Kevin Harvick rounds out your top 10. Then you got Jimmy Johnson in 11th, Joey Logano in 13th, Kurt Busch 18th, McMurray 19th, Allmendinger 20th, Jeff Gordon there in 21st. You have Stenhouse, the winner, down there in 28th place. Larson, 32nd. McDowell, 35th. And DNFs from the race. Carl Edwards, DNFs from the race. Jeb Burton, DNFs. Michael Waltrip is out. Brian Vickers, Trevor Bayne, and Denny Hamlin all out of the race from that initial huge crash on the opening lap of racing, which was a wild thing to see. So Truex wins, and we're your runner-up today at Watkins Glen. Now we're going to see the updated standings, where we, of course, slot back in as your points leader, continuing that with our 15th top 10 on the season now. So Keselowski, Tony Stewart, that's 3 winners, Jeff Gordon, Clint Boyer, Truex, Kyle Busch, Denny Hamlin, Ricky Stenhouse, Brian Vickers, down there, Brian Blaney, AJ Allmendinger, Michael McDowell, of course, have wins, which puts us at 13 winners through 22 races this season. And so right now, the guys in on points will be Kevin Harvick, Jimmy Johnson, Jamie McMurray. So until the next episode, I hope you all have a good one.